What is going on YouTube? Hit back making another brand new Crypto TV episode. In today's video, we're going to be looking at XRP, Ethereum, Bitcoin, as well as Binance and the S&P 500. As you guys know, we do a different cryptocurrency here on the channel every single week with your guys' help. And on that note, we are still doing our crypto coin display giveaway. All you have to do to win one of these is just comment your favorite cryptocurrency down below in the comments, as well as comment subscribe. Do those two things and you will be entered for the drawing on this Saturday to win one of these crypto coin display giveaways that are worth $124 plus shipping and handling. Otherwise, I will be checking to make sure you've subscribed, so if you haven't, you won't win one of these, but definitely make sure to comment that down below. More importantly, what we're going to be looking at in today's episode, as you guys saw in the title, we're going to be discussing if we've hit the bottom. We're definitely in a very intricate spot in the market where a lot of these cryptocurrencies have been consolidating now for days, have been either correcting back to the downside or starting to form their own trends and patterns. Regardless of the fact they're coming back down to retest critical and vital support levels for most of these cryptocurrencies to either A, help us break up to the upside and gain some volume, or correct all the way to the downside. It's not necessarily a good sign, instead of hiking all the way up this mountain, we're literally still kind of at a halfway point, deciding whether or not we're going to continue up and reach the top or start to correct back down and climb down and regain defeat or get overcome by defeat. So we're really in that middle zone, and I want to explain more about that, as well as whether or not I'm going to be buying in or selling off, kind of giving you my positions on when I'm going to be going in for another trade. Otherwise, guys, today's video is sponsored by Disciplina. As you guys remembered in the past, Disciplina is basically a new project within the crypto space that brings recruiters and new potential employees together within using cryptocurrency. So for more information on that, definitely stick around for the end of today's episode. Otherwise, if you are new to the channel, definitely make sure to subscribe, turn on post notifications, leave a giant thumbs up, as this does help support the YouTube algorithm, and let's jump into today's episode. So where do we begin? We got a lot to talk about in today's episode. Obviously, you can tell on the screen here, top 10 cryptocurrencies. Everything is down today. It's not necessarily a good thing. I understand that we are still consolidating, but I want to show you guys a few key points moving forward that might give you guys a different perspective on the way these markets look. I'm starting to see a lot of interesting patterns in similarities within some of these top 10 cryptocurrencies. But obviously right now markets for the most part are down about 3.5%, especially on the top 10 cryptos. It's still insane that Doge is even up within the top 10. It blows my mind. And I'm also curious about discussing Shiba, because I know there's a lot of people out there that do like Shiba Inu, which is currently down 6 cents, and people are still thinking that there's a big chance it's going to go to a penny. But you can see even with the major explosion that we've had and a major correction we've had, still it's managed to find a base level at support that shows people are still invested into Shiba. So in regards to their company itself, I don't want to get into that, but as another potential investment opportunity, that's what I want to look at. But moving on from the current coin market cap, I want to flash through some of these cryptos. Hopefully you guys can pick up on the pattern before I start going into it a little more in depth. This is XRP right now. We have obviously our uptrend, our downtrend. Kind of look where we are. We have Ethereum right here. We have our beautiful uptrend. We have what could be a downtrend that I just added on. We have Bitcoin right here, which is more of this kind of bear flag or whatever, descending fractal that pushed us to the upside. We have Binance right here, which has a downtrend. Notice that. And then we are starting to correct up potentially. Maybe it's foreshadowing what the rest of the market's going to be doing. And then we have the S&P 500, which has clearly hit some sort of reversal candle. This is usually signals of reversal in most of the markets. I mean, we've seen it in the past here, which continued to dump us lower, but that's usually a sign of indecision. Most of these candles are with major wicks. We usually don't tend to move like that on the S&P 500 unless it's signaling some sort of reversal in the market. You can see in the past here, major wicks or tails is what they're called, usually indicates reversal and indecision and uncertainty that will, usually result in a flip of which direction the market's going to be moving to. I mean, there's more to it than that. I mean, this would usually signal movement to the upside, but you can see we continued lower. But moving forward from there, you can see most of these major wicks and tails usually indicate reversals back up. You can see it happened here. We started to consolidate up, or maybe it's just continuing the pattern. Regardless, big tails indicate reversals. So we're starting to see something like that. It might, if following, continue back up, but we'll see where it goes. Otherwise, S&P 500 looks good. I'm putting more money into mutual funds to better help positions moving forward to cover ourselves in bear markets within crypto. You have to just play the angles here. If you make profits in a bull market, move them, to constantly a long term, a slow growth to cover yourself in the winter when the markets are slow. It's almost like a seasonal business. But moving forward, XRP and some of these other cryptos. I know I've been saying this for a while now. I understand it, but there's not much more we can do but be patient and wait. And I can see it on the channel. I see everybody losing interest in crypto because, and I'm kind of losing interest in it too, because we got to wait for these movements to happen. I mean, why would somebody be hyped about XRP trading between, 90 cents and 86 cents for weeks now? I mean, this has been, like 2 weeks of just this consolidation. But ultimately, what we know is when markets, especially in crypto, from the 4 years I've been in it, see consolidation and see sideways trading and see lack of volume, it's usually an indication of big volume coming once we get into our, apex point of breakout, which is usually right around here or right around here. So we're not too far off. I mean, this is usually around the 23rd to the 24th, and you can see it's June 18th, so it's less than a week as discussed in the past, but we're currently retesting one right now. And not only that, but it's not just XRP that's retesting some sort of, uncertainty point right here. Notice Ethereum seems to be doing the same thing. We have Bitcoin, I don't see it as much, but we have, Binance coin right here, which is also seeing that resistance being retested. So when you look at all these indicators together, it's kind of referencing that we've retested the bottom here. Now, what people are probably asking is, well, are we going to be buying in for a long or short? We have the same position set up. We've tried with Bitcoin in the past, as you guys remember a couple days ago, where we tried to buy in over 40K, and obviously it didn't go too well. We actually hit the 40K mark and immediately reversed down. We, entered a short position, which is still going all the way down. We actually went right down to where we started from, but we did get stopped out with this candle yesterday, as figured. Granted that it shot all the way back up and stopped us out. Small profits. But regardless, obviously, it's still coming back down to bottom support. So this is definitely a point within most of these cryptocurrencies that becomes a decision which will lead to where we're going to be seeing these cryptos move in the next couple of months. And what I mean by that is you can see the beautiful support level on Bitcoin, this uptrend here that's been holding on for quite some time now. And you can see we need to, discuss whether or not this support level is going to be broken. Obviously, we know we've been trading inside 30 and 40K for a while now. But we've been using this uptrend for the most part, too, to help break through, hopefully, $40,000. And it's not just Bitcoin. Check this out. XRP has also shown signs of an uptrend since end of January. And you can see that this is also holding support very well. So we know that if we break through at any point, this uptrend here, it's basically signaling that the bears are winning more than the bulls, and we're going to be seeing a lot more bearish movements than bullish movements moving forward. So we have to be patient. We have to be vital. We have to see where exactly these coins are going to be closing. The same exact thing is going to apply to Ethereum at Binance. Notice on Ethereum that we have a beautiful uptrend. This started in the beginning of January of 2021, and we've had some sort of ascending fractal here, but an uptrend nonetheless. Yes, we've had FOMO in the past, but ultimately this bottom support has been rock solid since the beginning of January, and on numerous occasions, when we come down at some point to retest this, it tends to break us back up. I mean, I don't know how else to explain this. Notice back here, every time, and hopefully you guys can understand where I'm going with this, we had a major correction. People were probably understanding or thinking that, oh, markets are over, they're done, and immediately we corrected back up. We fell back down to a higher low and immediately corrected back up, and this happened for months now. We had a major drop. We came all the way back down to support, and what happened immediately after that? We came right back up. So we're right back down at that same support level. What I'm anticipating is what everyone else is kind of seeing, is that the reversal should happen. And it shouldn't be on just Ethereum. It should be on all these cryptos. You can see it on XRP. When XRP comes down, it usually tends to hit it and then comes back up, or at least it holds support well. So even if we see support slowly consolidate and then we break up, there's nothing wrong with that. Yes, it's going to be slow. It's going to be boring. But if we can consolidate out of these downtrends, and we can consolidate out of a dollar resistance, we can break above a dollar resistance level, we're golden to be moving up higher. It is what it is. I mean, you can even see this was a bearish movement right here. This was a red band below or above the green band. No signs of bullish movement. We consolidated, eventually exploded up. So even if we see consolidation and markets break us out of these downtrends, which would be ideal, we need to see a break above a dollar to buy in. So ultimately, these are going to be the long-term, the next week or two kind of positions for some of these cryptos within XRP. Yeah, this could be a good buy-in opportunity and longing it up to a dollar and then anticipating it. But for long-term traders, if we break through a dollar resistance, that's when you buy in to swing it to the upside. If at any point we break through our uptrend closer to 80 cents, we buy in for a short. If you're an aggressive trader, wait to see if we are going to break and swing up to a dollar. This play to a dollar is pretty much the big one here. So we'll see if that actually happens. Now, target analysis for Ethereum. Granted that Ethereum's hitting its bottom, and every single time it's hit its bottom, it's shot up. Notice this, it's shot up. We hit bottom support, shot up, hit bottom support, shot up, hit bottom support, shot up, bottom support, shot up, bottom support. We are anticipating a movement back to the upside. So even on Ethereum, it's coming down to this point of retesting. Are we going to see flips to the downside? Yes, we have MACD flipping bearish, but are we going to be either breaking through the support? Because we know if we break through support here, we're going to drop. So it really depends on how today is going to close. If we start to see prices start to rise and we move away gradually from this support level, we know there's a good chance we can buy in and leverage it to the upside. Notice this was between March 25th and April 16th, almost a month or 3 weeks of consolidation, but prices rose higher. So we can consider buying in for the long. Vice versa, if we break through here, expect to see a correction. So it's really just going to depend on, we need to give the market enough movement for us to decide which direction they want to, to move to. And then we'll just hop in for the ride or the rally to the downside, and we'll make profit like that. But that's pretty much where I'm at right now. Things are just consolidating to a point. Bitcoin, as you know, has been fairly difficult now to judge. We do have this beautiful uptrend here. We know to buy in. I'm going to say it's tough because there is movement here. Like if we shoot all the way up to retest a lower high formation here like that, we have a third confirmation, 1, 2, this would be 3 confirmations of lower high movements. It would basically indicate that prices could move as high as 48K from 37, which would be about an $11,000 move, which is plenty of leveraging opportunity here. But it seems like 40K is stuck at a resistance, and we have problems before we hit 48K. So we could easily hit this, go lower, hit moving average, come lower, and then maybe retest resistance. The longer we consolidate, the lower opportunity we have. If we wait a week, the highest we could potentially go to is like 45K. So we got to be patient with this, but it's becoming risky. But as we know, definitely short the market if we break through 30,000. If we close at like 29K, we're going to be entering a bear market. That's pretty much how it's going to be. But moving forward, buying opportunity would probably be above, I don't know, 42,000. We have to play it like that. And that's a more aggressive style of trading. As for Binance Coin, to wrap up today's video, I mean, when you look at this coin that hasn't broken its uptrend since, once again, end of January, and we've had numerous occasions where prices have retested this. We have boom, 1 here, boom, 2, we have boom, 3, 4, and this should be 5. Each time we hit bottom support, we explode up. It should be apparent that this is probably what's going to happen again, hence why I've drawn an uptrend here. So I'm anticipating that this is bottom. We're not going to break through it, and we'll swing to the upside. But we know if we can confirm trading below here, and we close, I would say closer to 0.007 cents, we're going to have to short this market to the downside. But it just shows that we're still in an ascending fractal, and markets want to continue to take off. So I'm starting to become bullish on some of these cryptocurrencies. I want to give a huge shout out to Disciplina for sponsoring today's episode. As mentioned earlier, Disciplina team is intensively working on the LP reward program development. Despite the fact that the team did not make an official announcement yet, Disciplina has provided us with some insight. So Disciplina team works on the development of the farming contracts to let users stake the LP tokens on them, and then after staking, each predefined by the contract time period, users would receive dividends from the Disciplina Foundation reward pool. Follow Disciplina's social media networks and do not miss out on the date of the program kickoff, as it's all explained on their social media. And definitely don't miss the chance to get the DSCPL token on PancakeSwap. So for those that don't know, Disciplina was created to help job recruiters with an instrument to find the perfect employees with the corresponding skills and backgrounds for the job. Their token DSCPL is available, like I said, on PancakeSwap as mentioned, and currently has big potential for growth when their project is fully and completely complete. Their project is the first multifunctional blockchain to create verified personal profiles based on academic and professional achievements. Their project aims to make quality changes in the field of education and recruiting, as well as aid the effective use of blockchain technologies. They will store the whole history of academic achievement of a person in blockchain, generating their personal score. They store confidential information such as the courses, student tasks, grades, and test results, which results in allowing recruiters to simplify the candidate search by their fields of expertise and skills required. Disciplina's team is also working hard on the technical development of their main solution. We all have seen the Disciplina Block Explorer and the Faucet. We got fantastic news from the team as well. During the upcoming weeks, Disciplina is going to release 2 more amazing applications on top of their blockchain: the student app and the validator. With the student app, each student can manage their curriculum, monitor achievements and grades, and then download their verified CV. The CV could be shared with anyone, for instance, the headhunters or their recruiters. And then at the time, using Validator app, the CV could be checked whether it was reliable for matches and the ones stored on the blockchain. So definitely follow the link in the description to get more details on the upcoming release. Otherwise, once again, huge shout out to Disciplina for sponsoring today's episode. Definitely make sure to subscribe, turn on post notifications, leave a giant thumbs up, as this does help support the YouTube algorithm, and I'll see you in tomorrow's episode. Peace.